Alrighty. Hola. Turn this up some. Alrighty. Hello, people. So I am doing shirts. These are my family shirts. So figured I'd come on here, knock these out. We can chit and chat and chill. How are you guys doing this evening? I have quite a bit of shirts to do for me family. Front and back. I think these are going to be too big. Actually, I think I printed these a little too big for these kid shirts. We're going to see. So I'm going to just go through and press all of these. And then I'll come back and press it the second time because I press it a second time to take the line out. So I'll come back to press all of those the second time around. I think I'm going to have to do a smaller size for these two tees. So I'm going to knock out all the kids ones and then I'm going to do the middle size ones and then I'll do like the oversized ones. How are you guys doing? Can you guys hear me? Let me know if you guys can hear me. Ooh, that's all bunched up. Still came out nice. Ooh, that's hot. See how long it takes. Even has given me a deadline that I have to be done, whether they're done or not. I have to be out of my office and in bed by 1 a.m. So I'm trying to knock these out because he told me I must go to bed no later than 1 a.m. So let's see how much I can get done because this is front and back. So I don't even know how many altogether. The list is somewhere. It's a lot of them. That's all I know. It's a hell of a lot of them. So they're all just like printing out now. The backs will come out in a moment. Oh no, that's a 2. So this is a no. I'm like, there should be one more kid shirt. Okay, here it is. I mean, I can probably use this print. It's just probably going to take up the entire front of those two t-shirts, which, you know, I'm going to see in a minute if it's going to take up the whole front. Let's see how this looks on this 2T. I think it might be too big. And it's actually not that. I mean, it is going to take up there almost the entire front, but normally when I do shirts like in bulk orders like this, I don't really, you know, worry about sizing like perfectly for each size. I do one size for like youth shirts, one size for like adult shirts, extra small to extra large, and then 2X and up all get the same size. So that just helps with your sanity, trying to figure out like which shirt goes. Yeah, this is pretty big, but I'm not worried about it because I mean, yeah, it takes up literally the entire face of the shirt. All right, so guys, it's a chat, chilling chat, relaxing chat. So talk to me. You can ask questions. Tell me about your day. What are you guys doing for Father's Day, Juneteenth, all of that good jazz. Oh, let me start. The kids' shirts were not in bags, but all of these adult shirts darn sure are. Do any of you guys do that as well? Like when you have large orders, do you just do one size, kind of a one size fits all, or do you try to still customize the sizes based off of the size of the shirt? Wrapping up, making shirts for Juneteenth. All right. Let's see here. All right. So let's grab all of our regular sizes. And I'm using a combination of Sports Tech and Team 365. Let's see. I feel like customers want the size they want. What do you mean? Customers want the size they want? What do you mean by that? Getting ready to go to Kissimmee Saturday through Thursday. Ooh, rented a house, all the siblings and their families. That's amazing. Oh, Saturday through Tuesday. Okay. I have to say, I mean, through Thursday, that's a really long time. Yeah, we definitely have to plan another trip like that. We haven't done one of those as a family, like me and all my cousins and stuff, for a while. So we used to do those all the time. My grandma and them, we used to go to like certain reunions, or we go to Orlando. We would get a big old house. Once we had like a lot of people, but we've done like hotels before. But when it was like a lot of us, they would just rent, or get basically the timeshare, and we all stay in the house. Um, in the group, search Shawnee Douglas, and it's a comment under a post. Shawnee Douglas, search that name in the group. Someone was like, I was talking about like the colors and like all this stuff, and I was like, man, I love this paper. And so someone was like, oh, well, I mean, if you're going to do an advertisement, like, you're the owner of the paper, you and your unbiased opinion. But I'm like, that's not really an unbiased opinion. Like, I genuinely, like, I've done sublimation before. So, before we had our own product line. And I mean, just the ease of, you guys see, I'm not lint brushing. I'm not, I don't have to tape it down. I don't have to press it for like a really long time. Like, and the colors are amazing. Like, regardless of whether this is our paper or not, I genuinely love this paper. Okay, yeah, that's center of chest. Like, I seriously just love, like, I mean, the fact that I'm going to be able to knock these out, and make my deadline, because I don't have to do all that extra stuff with this. I mean, the most I'm going to have to do is, once I get all these done, of course, I'm going to go back through and knock out the line on it. So I just have to go back through and repress all of these. But that's just going to be like 10 seconds on each shirt. So I feel like they wouldn't accept giving them sizes other. No. I don't mean like that. So what I mean is, I'm doing small, medium, extra large, like these. They're all the same size print. I mean, of course they can pick what shirt, but I don't change the size print. I mean, and that's something that is standard. Like, if you do screen print shirts, they're not giving you different sizes, like different size prints. They're going to create one screen, and that one screen is pretty much going to be used for all the shirts. If you go into like Walmart, Target, and you look at any of those like graphic tees, if you measure the design that's on the front, 9 times out of 10, I'm going to say even like 9.5 times out of 10, it's the exact same size design. When it comes to mass production, they don't make different sizes for different size, like the design, the print. They're not making it different sizes for different size shirts. They're making them all the same. And I pretty much do the same exact thing. I don't do like a bunch of different size prints. No, I don't turn the temperature. When I knock the line out, I don't turn the temperature down. Thank you. Hey, hey, hey. I saw, I didn't get a chance to reply, but I saw. I think as small business owners, and when you're doing stuff like this, and you have creative business, we truly put too much pressure on ourselves, and then a lot of other people put pressure on us to be, you know, even more perfect than these billion-dollar, million-dollar companies that have machinery. They have the resources to have mistakes, because with them, they'll resell it to somebody else, like, your Ross or like all these other type stores, and be able to still make money. Whereas we don't have that luxury as small businesses, and we can't afford to take that hit. We would love to be able to get to that point to where, we can take major hits and stuff like that, but we can't. We have to start to learn from bigger businesses and in the things that they do. Because this is why they continue to make money. Little things like that, with trying to do different sizes for different, for every shirt, like, it's like a 1-inch difference, and everyone's trying to do all these different sizes. Big companies aren't doing that. My red isn't coming out red. It's like a brownish. It really depends on the design that you're doing. If you added the color yourself, if it was a design that's already done. Also, what printer are you using? Is it like a Workforce? Is it an EcoTank? EcoTank colors are always a little bit off. Oh, yes. I keep small, medium the same. Oh, yeah, no. See, from small all the way up to extra large is getting the exact same size print. Just curious where you get your sublimation blanks from. I just joined, so I apologize. Oh, no, I haven't. So these come from a couple different places. Alpha Broda, Jiffy Shirts, Shirt Bargain. I've got all these from all those, because I like wherever it's in stock is where I'm going to get it from. So I don't, I try to have a couple different places on hand. I'm always like, I even teach that you should have a couple of a couple places to get it from. This has a little line on the back, so I am going to cover this one, which means I need to let it press for a little bit longer, because I am going to have to cover that up, because there's a little bit of ink on the back. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to cover it with the old piece of sublimation paper. I only do my kids, adults, but I get it. I don't get what you mean. I'm working on shirts. Oh, wait, I probably should have let that stay for just a little bit longer. And yes, I'm actually going to put a design on the back. It doesn't, with our paper, it doesn't bleed, because I only have to do 30 seconds. With other paper, that is a risk that you take. Look, 2 papers. Look at that. Still amazing. That is a risk that you take with it bleeding through when you are doing the back. If you are using a different paper, because you have to press it for so long. But with our paper, it's not a risk factor at all. And then for me though, when I'm doing these double-sided, one of the joys of paying $2,000 for a heat press is I can thread these and I don't have to worry about using extra butcher paper. Because if you're going to do the back, you then have to just flip it over, which means you have to have a fresh piece of butcher paper down so that it catches the ink. But with this heat press, I can thread my shirts. Only the youth sizes, I'm going to have a piece of paper down to put it on there. But everything else, I'm able to just thread it, and I don't have to worry about it bleeding or anything like that. All right, so for you guys, when you have a large order, what is your processing? So for me, I printed out everything and I trimmed it all down. That way I can just go. Do you kind of like start printing your shirts or like start pressing your shirts as they're printing? What is your process? Exactly. Our paper doesn't bleed, so definitely go ahead and do those back designs. Maybe I made those. Oh, wow. I think I made those a little too big. Oh, wow. For some of these ladies cut shirts, I think that print I did for the back might be too big for some of these. Hold on. This is, let me check out one of these prints because I think that's going to be too big. Yeah, for the back print, I'm not even going to lie. I tried to maximize it for the large shirts. So I only had to do like one size. I definitely should have did these in 3 sizes as well. I mean, it's just going to take up literally the entire back. And I think I'll leave it. Yeah, I'll leave it. All right, where's my next shirt? Where'd it go? All right, where'd you go? I just took you out the package. Oh. Nope, you are not the shirt that I had in my hand. You are. I know some of you guys probably won't be able to stay for the entire thing show. I am going to just show me like pressing the line out, and then give you guys a few of the backs. So once I get through these regular size, like not the extra large one or like the 2X and above, I have 1, 2, 3 left, 4 left. I will press the line out of it. I also have another youth one I have to do. I prep everything first, me too. I print, cut edges, then press them all. That's what I did with these, except the back part is printing now. I print all my sheets, then press, print, trim, press later. Not 100% on my colors. Would hate to print them all, and it's not right. Oh, wow. So, of course I print one or two out first and then test it. But then once I know it's the way it should be, I print them all out. You're going through them shirts in no time. Yeah. I did some shirts for the weekend. I use Easy Weed Stretch. I cut everything first and then press it. Yeah, when I'm doing vinyl, I definitely try to cut and weed everything first, and then press, especially with vinyl. And these are actually the ones that were like pre-purchased and pre-ordered. I'm actually going to make some like just random sizes just to take with me. So I'm pretty sure someone will end up getting them, because a lot of people were not here yet to know, like to tell me if they wanted one or not. I buy shirts by the cases, so I actually have a lot of shirts. So I'm able to do that. And after this, I'm definitely gonna have to re-up on shirts because I'm gonna go through quite a bit of them. But I buy shirts by the cases. So whenever stuff like this happens, it's nothing for me to be able to just, do a quick order or just be able to have extra shirts and stuff on hand. The only size I don't have, I didn't realize I was so low on my youth, like my toddler shirts. So that's the only one where I'm glad not too many people ask for toddler shirts, because I don't have many of those. All of them were like 5, 6, and I only had two tees and nothing else. So Yeah, I want to knock these out so I can kind of see how many of these prints I'm going to need. Because I don't think I'm going to need, like, I think I really need to change the size of some of those back prints. All right, so one more, and then one more youth, and then I'm going to start knocking the line out so you guys will get to see how I do that. I basically just put a piece of butcher paper on top or any type of cover paper. I'm actually using, I had this old, these old rolls of sublimation paper that I got from a different company before we started selling ours. And I don't really use it at all. I don't care for it at all. And I'm low on butcher paper. So I actually went and cut all of that up. And I'm going to use that as my butcher paper or my cover sheet. So it's an old roll. It's an old roll of tacky paper. So if you are just joining, feel free to ask any questions that you may have. I'm just knocking out this order and didn't want to do it sitting in this room alone because I probably would have started crying. If you guys don't know, I mean, no need to comment on it. I don't want to kind of go back and even though I'm going to watch this video, I'm going to see her face. And I know you guys may want to just, show your respects. But I did a video and I asked that, whenever I do lives, basically, like, it's like, I'm just trying to get back into the swing of things, but this is actually my grandmother. And so if I sat here just doing these, like by myself, I probably wouldn't get through them. So you guys are helping me just being on the live, so without having to say anything, you guys are really helping me get through this. So it's crazy trying to find certain shirts and sizes. Yeah, that's why I just buy them by the case when I see them. When I get them, I try and buy them by the case, which is most times is 36. It's a bunch of them. I don't know. The list is somewhere. I pulled them, but I don't really know. All right. So now it's time to knock the line out of it. So we're going to take the pressure up, well, down, so that when I close it, it is heavy pressure. So you just want to make sure that your paper is off of your platen so that it is like you don't get any additional lines. And then we just press this. And then I'm going to put a label. Actually, I'm going to put a piece of heat tape on the back of this so I know which one. Because I'm going to reuse one sheet. I'm going to use that sheet. Oh, shoot. It was only supposed to be 10 seconds. Ooh, that's hot. All right. So now I'm going to use the other side of this. And I'm going to put a sheet of paper on top because the ink is now on here. put the shirt down. Put the butcher paper on top, and then I'm going to put this one. It's just going to catch any extra ink from getting on my top plait, since there might be ink on there. And then we're just going to press it for 10 to 12 seconds, and then do the next one, and the next one, and the next one. So this is the one that I keep. And then this is the one now that gets thrown away. And no more line. I always feel guilty asking family for money, especially these type of shirts. How do I let them know it's not free? And also, how do I encourage them to buy it? I mean, oh shoot. I never really have an issue with that. It's a service. I mean, to me, it's no different than any other shirt. I mean, you're running a business. They'll go to the flea market. They'll go to like all these different places to get them. So for me, it's nothing for me to say, yep, you got to pay for your shirt. I mean, I run a business just like anyone else. So you got to pay for your stuff. I don't really know. You just have to develop some tough skin and be okay with it, because it is a business. So now, if you wanted to maybe give your family, like if it's for your actual family, if you wanted to give them a discount, you can definitely do that. And it's always, this is my one where I know this is the top. There's no ink on here. So I keep reusing this one as the top one to catch any ink that might be on the top piece. Learn something new. I thought it was best to press the line out right away. Nope, you can do it at any time. This one, it's kind of funky. I'm going to press this one again. I think I need a little bit more pressure on these sports tech shirts. Team 365 was knocked out really easy. Okay, there we go. Yeah, the sports tech shirts need a little bit more help, a little bit more pressure when it comes to knocking that line out. So I'll just leave it right there. Took this off. So this goes this way. Yes, so I'm getting rid of the line of demarcation from the paper. What happened, Papa? You take off? Take what off? Uh, Oh. Oh, you take it off? Okay, good job. Yay. Well, dang. Memorial shirts are not customary in our culture, but I love to change that. So for me, I actually don't like doing the shirts with the faces and stuff like that on it. I really don't like doing these. My family wants them, and they just really like picture shirts. Don't ask me why. Most people do. I'm not one, so my shirt is actually different. Um, and my husband doesn't want one with my grandmother's face on it either. So our shirt says it's all words. Actually, I actually just had my shirt. So I'll show you what my shirt looks like. So I don't do the faces. So mine is like this. So it's my grandmother's name, and it just says I am her legacy, and then the dates at the bottom. And then of course I still will have this on the back. This is the one I had on today, but I'm going to make myself another one for tomorrow. So the paper just needs to be bigger than your platen when you're doing this, so that you don't have lines from the press out paper on your shirt. So just make sure that your paper is bigger than your platen, so you don't get those lines on your shirt. Um, you really changed how I look and create memorial shirts, and my customers love it. Okay, wait, it just says Facebook user. Who's that? But awesome. Um, okay, never knew that you can do that. Don't like the paper lines. I think I read that one. And then just awesome. All right, cool beans. Oh, I forgot which side was down. And I don't even see a print on here. I snatched it off. Okay, so it's creasing this way. So this side was down. That means, yep, it's going to go this way. Oh, shoot, I walked up to the printer and almost forgot about this thing. And you can see it doesn't affect the color at all. Repressing it doesn't affect the color at all. I thought that was you, Lori. I'm proud of you pushing through, even though at times you may not want to. Yes, I really definitely don't want to. I love both styles. Never thought of just the photo list idea. Oh yeah, in my memorial class, I teach about using non-photos. So I have a memorial class, and I have so many different designs and stuff like design concepts, and I go through. And you can make some really nice ones, and then like you can see with this one, there's no sky, and although there was a dove on here. I don't know how he's not. When I was moving stuff around, it actually got pushed to the back, but it doesn't really make that big of a difference not having like a dove or like that type of symbol on it. But I normally, I don't really do a lot of skylines when I'm doing mine. Thank you. Oh, shoot. It actually curls up this way. So I'll just put this like that. That way I know how to pull it back on. Luckily, it didn't mess up the other shirt because actually I had it the wrong way. It actually curls up when you press it. All right, this is a sports tech. So I got to let this one go for a couple more seconds longer. The Sport Tech shirts take a little bit more to get the line of demarcation out. almost through these. I think I'm about to hit the little kid shirts. In a few seconds. I think I have like a few of the larger shirts. And then I'm going to do some of the backs. And if you guys are interested in the ink and paper, our link is in the description of this video, shop.hsink365.com. We sell the Sublimation ink and the paper that I am using. So if you're just joining and you did not see press the shirts and would like to see how that, and we're about to press the backs, you're going to see how fast and awesome our paper works. If you guys haven't give this video a thumbs up, make sure you guys give the video a thumbs up. Also hit share. Y'all don't know. Her classes and lives have taught me so much. I'm forever grateful. Y'all better get with her because she knows her stuff. Aw, thank you. All right, one more, and then we're going to do the back. Oh, shoot. I'm bugging. Oh wait, no, I lied. I have these kid shirts to do. Then I'll do the backs. Wait, why are the kid shirts? Why are the backs of the kid shirts not printing? Oh crap, Ola, what happened? Um, Okay, what the heck is going on? Why is my print not sending to the printer? Okay, wait a minute. File, print, sublimation. There's an error. Hold on 1 second. But there's no error. I canceled the print. What error is there? All right, let me run the troubleshooter. Because I don't know why it's reading an error. So, system, Bluetooth and devices, printers and scanners, sublimation, run the troubleshooter. I don't know what's going on here. All right. Well, while that's running the troubleshooter so that the next ones can print, I'm going to finish knocking out these little ones. So, all right. I don't know what's going on with this thing. Do you put several sheets in your printer at once to print? Yeah, I have like literally probably filled up the entire tray. So it's probably about like 50, anywhere from, it was like when I first started, it's like anywhere from 30 to 50 sheets on there. I print from the rear and I do one sheet at a time. And for each sheet, I have to press print on the printer. It's annoying. Yeah, I don't. I put them all in there at one time. Now for these really small ones, I actually should be able to do 2 at a time. Let's see, can I get it where the line of demarcation, and let's see, will I be able to without them overlapping? Because they can't, I'm not going to be able to. I thought I'd be able to get those. I thought they were small enough to do both. But, nope. All right, so that's now printing out. The Kitchers really don't have too much of a line. These are Sublimation. I pressed this way too long. Yes, dear. A call? Oh, my cousin Cheryl. Yes, I am. I know. Nisi told me. No, it's fine. I mean, when are you going straight to like what time are you gonna come on? Are you coming on this side tomorrow? No, because I mean there'll be someone that's going to the repass location. So you can just bring it when you come in the morning to come to my grandma's house to follow us or whatever. Just bring it there, and then I think my mom's friend Tasha is taking care of the repass, so she'll just take them and put them on the tables because they can't set them up until tomorrow anyway. Okay. Missy told me. Alrighty, Mike. Ooh, these things are hot. Okay, what happened to my top paper? Oh, I think I lost it. All right, time to create a new one. I don't have time to look for it. So we're just going to put a piece of tape on the back of this so that I know which one is the top sheet. And I think that might be. Oh, I'm okay. I keep saying that, but where do these shirts keep coming from? So I have 3 more shirts, 3 more kids shirts. Now let me put the. Oh, this is where my sheet went. All right, let me put. So feel free, guys. Any questions that you guys have, thank you for keeping me company. I'm just, like I said, finishing up this order. So if you're just joining, it is kind of like basically like a Q&A type style as well. You'll probably learn just from watching and like just my techniques for doing things, but feel free to post any questions. What happened, love? Oh, you want a kissy? Okay, give me 1 second. Let mommy do this shirt and I come give you kissy. One second, sir. I have one more to do. Then I come give you kisses. I'm going to give you a kiss. 1 second. and then after this, we're going to start to press the backs. After I go give this little one a kiss. Alrighty. Let's knock out. Ooh, hit my fan. Let's knock out the backs. So, first things first. I freaks all buddies, Playboy's buddies. Those want money, but they don't get their damn shit. Unless it smells like sanitation. I turned the door. You know, it took me forever to realize what he was saying in that line. He was like, they don't get Nathan but penetration unless it smells like sanitation. I was like, oh, he talking about they stuff not smelling, you know, they need a cleanser. It took me a minute. As a kid, I used to sing that crap and was a young adult. Used to sing that, did not know what it meant. Once I got older and realized he was calling people funky, I was like, okay, Biggie, okay. All right, what happened to my scissors? Gotta be very careful when doing these like this to do a stack, because if it shifts too much, you can end up cutting into your design if it's really close to the edge. So be very, very careful. What's in the HE double hockey sticks is that? Was that my scissors? Yep, must be. So yeah, be very careful with trimming down a bunch of sheets at one time so that you don't make it shift and cut into your design. If your design is really close to the edge, only do a few sheets at a time. So as you saw, my shirt, like I said, I can thread. Well, not my shirt. With my heat press, I can thread. So I'm never really worried about. Well, I don't have to like waste like two pieces of butcher paper, because I would have to have one down. Whenever you're doing the back side, you have to have one down to catch the ink that's on the front of the shirt. And then, of course, when you press the line out, which I forgot to check my pressure, when you press the line out, you're going to have to use another butcher paper. So I'm very grateful for the fact that my heat press, I can thread it, so I don't have to worry about that extra sheet of butcher paper. Look at that. Are you going to have to do this again after you do the back? Yes, I will. Yes, I do that to get the lines out. Thank you. Whoever said the, it's probably Miss Laura said the back is beautiful. Thank you, thank you. Yes, unfortunately, with polyester shirts being synthetic, they hold the shape of pretty much everything. So, being the fact that it's steel paper, the lines of demarcation are going to be there. Yes, I do have to press it again. And so, a lot of people worry about their shirts moving. I'm going to purposely move this and even press it down. Oh man, that's hot. Because that's hot. And you'll see like there's no shifting. Like I push it down, so you would end up seeing the daisies. I mean, yeah, the daisies and stuff down there where it would like shift, or you'll see shifting in here. You'll see ghosting. But our paper actually, it's not just about the ink release. It actually basically stopped. Like there's nothing left for it to sublimate, so it's not gassing off anymore. So even if your heat press kind of like pops up, it's not going like at the end process. It's not going to cause ghosting. Now, let's say if you were putting it down and your heat press happened to make it shift, as soon as heat hits the back of this, it starts to sublimate. So if your paper moves some as you're putting your heat press down, you might have some ghosting, but from the actual like pressing and then once it releases, you're not going to get ghosting from that. Not with our paper. Like this threadable, like being able to thread shirts, man, I'm telling y'all, like this, especially for sub shirts and being able to do front and back, this made this printer, like this heat press, so worth it to have this capability. And I probably should have let all of these print. It's actually a pretty good size for the back of all of these. I started printing the ones for the kids. So I'm going to have to go back in and print out some more of the bigger size. Because I'm actually not even, now that I think about it, I'm not even paying attention to what shirts are which. So I should have just let them all print out. Because I'm actually not paying attention. I'm just putting them on there. So Hello, hello, and welcome to all those who are joining. I'm just knocking out some sublimation shirts for, I mean, they are orders because my family does pay. But these are all like pretty much the pre-order ones, and then I'm gonna end up just having some extra ones in case anyone who was not there when I can see the shirts and wanted one. These are all ones that are accounted for. Oh, wait, you know what? I need to cancel this one. Because I had an error, but now it's printing that particular file. Yeah, I'm not gonna have very many of them. Let's see, I only have 1, 2, 3 more of the bigger size ones. I'm gonna do the kids, and I'm gonna have to print out more of the bigger ones. I thought that it would be too big, but I'm not even paying attention to what shirts they're going on. So they're all literally getting the exact same print. Well, I actually have 1, 2 more over there. So I have like 4 shirts that I can do. I'll do the kids ones while the other ones are printing out. Now this, I'm not gonna lie, this is a time where I wish I had a double press, where I could like have one. Actually, no, I think it's still, is it the double press or is it, because when you slide it, it might be one heat press, but 2 platens where you can have somebody threading as you're going. But a double press would be good right about now because the other one could be set to a higher pressure so that I don't have to keep changing the knob. Now that part I do wish I had, or it was like, um, I wish I had like the air, but I don't know if the air, I think it also has a threadable platen. Um, but that one would be great because the way the pressure is, you're not changing the knobs. You can do a preset where it's a higher pressure and then it will go back to the regular one. So for this, right about now, I really do wish I had an air because I wouldn't have to unthread the shirt. I can literally just go in and change it. But I'll show you why I don't want to do that for these, because then it's just turning the knob too many times and trying to figure out like the right pressure each time. But I'll do this one and I'll just change it and won't take it off the platen. And then I'll have to turn it again and then turn it again. So I don't really want to do that. I'd rather just have the pressure all the way up. So yep, I'm gonna have to rethread all of the shirts one by one and press out the line of demarcation. So now I have to take this back up. I'm gonna just test this here. Okay, perfect. put this off to the side because that's fully done. Do you just use butcher paper when you press to get the wrinkles out of the shirts? If we don't have a bottom platen, can we separate? Wait, can we separate the shirt? Wait, that we can separate the shirt. Do we still use butcher paper in the middle? So it's not the middle part. I'm not doing it for the middle part. So I'll show you. If you don't have one that you can thread, you basically have to use a piece of butcher paper underneath. Now, with doing this, it would be best to do your print, your first print, and take out your line at the same time. So it would end up being a lot of back and forth because this print that's on there is going to stick to the paper. So it would be best to do them at the same time so that you don't have to change the butcher paper at the bottom. So I'm going to pull this design literally pretty much right to the collar, because with the collar, we don't want to get that line of, like, we don't want that impression. So I'm going to pull it off, but my design, I'm going to literally pull right to the edge of the platen. So it's going to sit kind of low on this V-neck. Now, if you wanted to, you could put a pressing pillow on the inside so that you don't get the impression from the front of the shirt, because this one is a V-neck. So for this one, I'm going to press it, but then I'm going to have to put a piece of butcher paper on top to press out the line of demarcation as well, and change my platen so that I don't have to change the bottom. Like, that one isn't going to move. So now I'm going to take this off so that that one stays in place. Try my best not to move it, because if I move it, it might ghost. I'm going to just put this on top. Adjust my pressure. And press it. And I just realized I forgot to put the cover paper on this one. Hopefully nothing's on my heat press. But see, now this didn't ghost. It's perfectly fine. And the image is just here. But now this is, I could put another one there and then use the other side, but now I don't feel like doing all that. So that's the only thing. You're going to end up going, when you're doing the backs of shirts and you can't thread, you're going to go through a lot of butcher paper. So with your paper and ink, so it's not necessarily the ink, but the paper, yes, it does not bleed through the other side. So I can show you the inside of this. The other image is not on there, and this side is not on this side. So there's no extra bleeding to where it's going to go through, because we're pressing at a lower temperature and a lower time, and we don't need so much pressure. So it's not going to go through. go. So I'm not even worried about it moving. I'm literally going to just lift it up. And I'm not even worried about it ghosting. And it didn't ghost. The paper is freaking awesome. I mean, yes, we sell it. And I mean, I say that and I'm impressed every time, but this is why I chose the paper after all the testing, all that stuff that I did. I chose it. I mean, because it's just freaking awesome. All right, so this is the last big print that I have because I had stopped the printer. So I thought that these were going to be too big. So now I'm going to do, after this one, I'm going to do some little ones. And then while the other ones are printing, whichever ones are done, I'm going to knock the line out of those. Now the kids' shirts are a bit tricky. I do wish I had a smaller platen. Now for the 2Ts and like the 5T, for those, this is going to stretch too. Now, unfortunately, for these, I am going to have to press it with the butcher paper underneath, but I only need it to cover the design part of it. So I'm actually going to fold this in half and cut it, because I just need to make sure that it is. Oh, but you know what? Then I might end up with a line of demarcation. So nope. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to just use the whole thing, and I'm going to have to change. But luckily, there's not very many of these, because I'm going to have to just keep changing the pressure so that I don't have to like keep wasting a different paper on the bottom. Oh, don't tell me I didn't cut enough cover paper. Am I on cover paper? Oh man, Izani Mani was helping me too. I actually did need more cover paper. Oh shucks. Dang it. All right, so that's something I can't do in here. I don't want there to be a bunch of dead air. So after this one, I'm actually going to end up being done. So I don't want there to be a bunch of dead air. I'm actually out of cover. I thought me and Zani Mani cut up way more than what we did. What am I doing? I thought we cut up way more than what we did, because he was my little helper. But I guess not. Yeah, oh my God, that's hot. So here you go. No bleed of the designs to the other side. All right, so hopefully this was helpful for you guys, because I don't want you guys to sit here with dead air. Hopefully I'm able to make it through making the rest of these by myself. It's probably going to be hard. I was actually behind this camera almost on the verge of tears. So hopefully I can get through making the rest of these on my own. I thank you guys so very much for hanging out with me. I just don't want you guys to be sitting in through a bunch of dead air, because I need to go to the other room to be able to cut this paper up, because I'm actually not using butcher paper. I had a roll of tacky sublimation paper that I was like, what am I going to do with this crap? I was ready to sell it. I'm like, no, I'm not going to sell anybody else, like somebody else's paper. I absolutely despise that paper. Like, it ghosted so bad. Like, even though it's tacky, it just didn't come, especially I was doing stoles. It just did not come out right, like doing like the multiple presses. So I'm actually using that because I was low on butcher paper. I forgot to go to Sam's, but I'm actually loving this a lot better. So depending on the cost of it, I might actually order me some more of that bigger one, like from whatever company that was. Or if I ever see it like on sale, because it's actually really good as cover paper, because it also sticks a little bit too. But it's on a really, really big roll, so I have to go out into the other room and cut those up. So I'm going to I'm going to go. So I can't wait to be back fully. I'm probably, because I'm going to be burnt out this weekend, so it probably won't be until Tuesday that I'll be back like into the full swing of things, and being rich, like really being like wanting to be on camera and stuff. It's going to be hard. So hopefully Tuesday, it'll all get better. Why do I use two pieces of paper when I press? Since I used the paper twice, I press it, and then because it was touching the design, there's actually ink on it. So then when I use it again, I flip it. And so now I'm using the other side. I don't want the ink that's on top to get to my top platen. So I put the paper on top. So I only do the paper on top like once out of like using the paper. So when you press it, part of that design is going to be on the paper. So then you do another shirt so that I don't have to just keep using a bunch of papers. I take that exact same paper, flip it over to where the clean side is touching the shirt so I don't get ghosting. And then I have a piece of paper that I mark so I know that this is the top side. And then I put this. So any ink that might be left is actually going to get on this part here. So it just allows me to use one cover sheet twice. All right, any other questions before I jump off of here to go cut this paper out? You are very welcome. Good night. Thank you. Thank you. All right, y'all. Until next time, have a great one. Continue to unlock your creativity. Be incredible. And don't forget to visit the website, shop.hsink365.com. And, check out, if you just get a sample pack of our incredible sublimation paper. And as you can see, the colors are amazing when it comes to our ink. All right, y'all. Good night.